All right, man. Well, next thing I did want to talk about, just because it's been some time since we've spoken about sneakers, like for real, and I know Dre, this particular pair, holds a soft spot in your heart. The Aqua 8s, the Jordan Aqua 8s, are set to release on July 19th, which is this upcoming Saturday. And this is an iconic pair of Jordans, and if we're being honest, probably like the most like among one of the most like unpopular silhouettes of like the Jordan classics, but still it's a Jordan classic, so I just want to make sure that that's clarified. But it is a very iconic pair, so this set to re-release on July 19th. I wanted to know your guys' thoughts. Do you guys have any intentions to cop these? It's a classic sneaker, so I think it deserves to be spoken about.
Nah, which is crazy.
What? You hyped them joints up like crazy.
And I'm still gonna glaze, but it just realistically, I don't have just no $250 to spend on a sneaker right now. If I had unlimited cash, 100%. But
250 is crazy. That is insane.
However much it is, like I just realistically knowing, well, I don't be even outside that often, be having a crazy like rotation of sneakers, and I have PTSD with my pair that I still have to this day, even though that's never going on my feet again, but that's all I'm to this day. But maybe down the line I will retroactively cop them in my actual now official size that hopefully will never change again for the rest of my life. But realistically, some things have popped up recently that I gotta allocate the finances to those instead of these Aqua 8s. But I'm gassed that they are re-releasing though, and I definitely, maybe in a few months, you might hear that I went and copped them, even if it's not for retail.
The resale probably, I think, will be under retail because I can't imagine the demand is, especially right now, just the sneaker world. Like, pairs are sitting everywhere. So I feel like 8s especially, which is already kind of a niche pick for people.
Yeah. I think if it was like my favorite sneaker, my favorite all time was like a 4 or a 3 or something, or a 1 that was like super hyped, I'd be like, okay, I have to get it that day that is dropping. But I'm not too worried about Aqua 8s. I don't know how many people's favorite sneaker is actually the Aqua 8s. So I'm not too worried about being able to get it in a couple months.
I think it's interesting too. We live in an age where, one, I think we've spoken about how sneaker releases have kind of changed over time, and we do live in a time where it's very easy for you to miss the release date of a sneaker and still have full confidence that you can get your hands on that sneaker in most cases for a reasonable price close to retail, which we didn't necessarily have back then. So I understand the fact that you're like, not right now, maybe down the line potentially I'll get my hands on them. So I think there's something to be said about that. Last time these came out were in 2015, so it's been 10 years and we live in different times, so I don't blame you on that. It is interesting though, because you have spoken very highly about this pair, but again, 250, pretty steep. The other thing I did want to say is that this is also a sneaker that Jordan wore at the 93 All-Star game, which I think is interesting. Like, we also live in an age where All-Star game sneakers aren't like as hype as they used to be, but I miss those days when I'd be looking out to see like, okay, like what's LeBron coming out for, like what's he coming out with on All-Star weekend, what's KD rocking on All-Star weekend. Same with like the Christmas sneakers. But this is obviously a different time period from that. This is in the 90s, but this is still an iconic pair. And I too, if I had unlimited funds, I'd definitely get my hands on these. I think the colorway is just so smooth, and I've just never been huge on 8s. I definitely respect them, but just personally, it's a bit, I think honestly, given the time period that we're living in now, where people are enjoying the bulky sneaker with like shorts or jorts combo, like this is not a sneaker I'd be surprised to see people rocking. Now, do I again think people are going to spend that much money to rock these? Who knows? I don't think that they will, but an iconic sneaker, and I think it's worth talking about. It's a very, I don't know, it's just I think timeless and pretty versatile if you ask me. And it's unfortunate that maybe it's a little bit of a quieter release this time around, but I think it's still worth talking about. But do you guys have any other thoughts?
I mean, yeah, I actually think like just with the trends right now, sneakers are getting slimmer, smaller, almost like ballet shoes, Sambas, like that size of sneaker. And I just don't see, even though I love chunkier shoes as well, I think the only people who are really gonna buy these eights are, you know, as you said, the people into them, the people who like that chunk no matter what. So that's it. That's all. I just think the trend isn't doing it any favors right now.
Yeah, I get that. I will say though, like, if we want to get nostalgic, you know, like, I know when fitteds were like, or snapbacks were really in, like, I can really picture people rocking like some Aqua 8s with like a Diamondbacks fitted or like a Seattle Mariners fitted. Like, there's a part of me that just is always gonna miss those time periods, and I know people still wear fitteds to this day, but it's not like the matchy vibes that we used to get way back in the day. And I think it's just worth mentioning, man. It's such a nostalgic look, and I kind of miss that era of fashion from time to time. You had the fitted with some cargo pants and then some Aqua 8s or something like that. So, you know, won't be seeing that a whole lot.
Hey man, you gotta wear what you want to wear, man. What feels good to you.
Course. Yeah,
you know,
fitted.
don't let the times just be in your head, man. You can always
I know, man.
bring those back. You know, some days, as much as I hate skinny jeans, you know, some skinny jeans with some Ultra Boosts and a hoodie, you know, that had its time, but sometimes there's a craving there. So I get you.
Word. Yeah. Nah, I enjoy fitteds, but I don't know. They can sometimes look a little weird on me if it's like I typically wear glasses. So it's a little bit of a tough wear, but you know, like I said, I agree with you. I agree with you wholeheartedly. But cool, man. Anything else on these eights?
Nah, my head's too big for fitters, man. That's not the only age. But unless you know, my site that I referenced maybe 2 weeks ago, I ain't gonna give them more free promo. But with those big hats, maybe if I get a fitted from them, then that's a different discussion. But as of right now, I'm not wearing any standard like new era fitted or anything like that. Hell no. But yeah, shout out Aqua 8s. Let us know if you are copping, if you are planning to cop, I should say. I think they come out, like you said, in a few days after this will release. So it's a hype time to see. 10 years is crazy though, that since the last came out. But hopefully it doesn't take another 10 years anyway. But that's exciting. That's definitely exciting.
Absolutely.